everyone, and welcome back. I've got a new stock for the AR-15 to show you. It's a Rogers Super-Stoc. Now the cool thing about this stock is that it fits both the commercial and the mil-spec buffer tubes, which is a nice feature in my case because I have a mixture of commercial and mil-spec buffer tubes, and I'm always looking for a nice aftermarket stock, but I hate buying one of each. Since this one fits both buffer tubes, it's a nice, very nice feature. I really prefer, or I like, how should I say, the Magpul stocks, the Mo and the CTR. Now the CTR has the locking mechanism to take out the wiggle, and they're about $75 to $80 depending on where you get it. The Mo looks almost exactly like the CTR. In fact, here it is right here, and they run about $50, up to $50 I suspect. You know, most stocks, they have a little wiggle right in here. The CTR version of Magpul has a locking mechanism right here that locks it in place and takes that wiggle out. The Mo, this is the Mo, it doesn't do that. I really like the looks of it. 50 bucks was about all I'm willing to spend for an aftermarket stock. So I'm being a little cheap on that. But I really like this, but after seeing the Rogers Super-Stoc, I'm really liking this even more. One of the dislikes about the Magpul stuff is to remove it. To get it off the buffer tube, you have to grab a hold of these pins right here on both sides, pull them away from the buffer tube, and then pull it off the tube itself. Those things are really stiff and hard on the fingers. But to put this thing on, it comes configured for a mil-spec tube. I have a rifle here. This is my 3-gun rifle. And it has a commercial tube on it. So I'm just going to take off the standard stock, set that off to the side, and if you don't know if you have a commercial or a mil-spec tube, just take the Super-Stoc out of the box and see if it'll fit on the tube. Now this one won't fit, so that means it's a mil-spec tube. Mil-spec tubes are slightly smaller than commercial, and like I said, this is set up for a commercial, for a mil-spec tube right now. I have a commercial tube on here, so this is too big for this to fit. So in order to get that to fit, it's real simple. You take the screw right here on the side of the Super-Stoc and you unscrew that. There's a nut on the other side with a nylon locking ring inside. So we're just going to take a screwdriver and back that screw all the way out. And pull these two pieces off right here. Set that down. And then on the other side we have the screw and we have the locking lever. Now what makes it work for both stocks is this spacer. And this spacer normally sits right here. So it comes configured with this spacer inside. And this is to take up the extra space of the mil-spec tube, since it is smaller than the commercial. So we'll take that out and set it aside. Okay, so next we're going to put this back together. Now, once again on the Super-Stoc, this locking lever right here, this is what's going to make it tight to the tube. If you're right-handed, you would most likely put this on the right-handed side, and it'll lock into place on this way. If you're left-handed, flip the stock over, and you can put it here. Then you would be left-handed, left hand on the stock, and you could lock it or release it from this side. So this is an ambidextrous stock. I'm right-handed, so I'm going to put it back on the right-hand side like it came. My nut in there with the nylon locking ring is in there already. I'm going to take my bolt and my little spacer here, put them in. It's keyed, so it must fit like so. So we're going to tighten this down, but not too tight, just to where the screws engage the nut on the other side. This is going to flail around a little bit, but that's alright. So then we'll take our rifle and we'll slide this on. And this is the part of the Magpul that I really dislike. These pins right here on the Rogers Super-Stoc are a whole lot easier to use grab a hold just like on the mag pull with a finger on each side, pull it away, and then slide it on. So now we've got our stock on the tube itself. It's locked in. Notice how it wiggles a little bit. This is the release. We'll tighten this down right here. It's not adjusted right, so this is where you're going to adjust this. With this lever all the way down, we'll flip it over and we'll put a couple of turns on this. And we'll turn it over again just so you can see, and now it snaps into place. So that's about the tension I want. If you over tighten this, it can damage the plastic, so try not to over tighten that. When it's unlocked, it's going to flail around a little bit. Could be, I thought it was going to be annoying or something, but then again, if you think about it, when you got the stock on there anyway, it's going to be locked into place. So now we're locked into place. It's supposed to be, it's advertised as one of the more lighter stocks than most, more durable than most aftermarket stocks. And from looking at it, it seems to have a lot of features as well. I mean, other than the little locking mechanism here being ambidextrous for both sides, it's got a sling attachment right here, another sling attachment right here. It's got a removable butt pad on the back and fit in both commercial and mil-spec buffer tubes. Man, right there in itself, that's worth its weight. $75, you know, probably so. I bet it would be worth $75. I mean, that's the market mag pulls at for the CTR. This is very comparable to that. I think it's going to give some a run for Magpul's money there. I thought it was a deal at $50 to pick up, so I jumped all over it. Well, anyways, thanks for watching, and please subscribe for more competition shooting and gun reviews.